Hello, Captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, and we're here with one of our remaining arena replayers. Trick shot time. I'm in the T6 Kid, and we actually do quite nicely on this one. And the reason I clipped this one is because I pulled a clever little shot that I actually gave myself a very big pat on the back for, because I thought it was pretty clever. Some of you may think it's a bit mundane and stupid, but no, I liked it. The good news is I actually got somebody who was decent at doing what they needed to do in the Scharnhorst. It was a player by the name of S-KA, so ska, maybe a little bit like the ska music of the day. But let's get into this game on Land of Fire. We seem to have the same spawn point again as a previous video, but yeah. Let's play it. Now, I was going to call this video long play, short play, because rather than stick together like most teams do, Ska wants to head out a little bit wider, and I'm going to stick a little bit closer. And I wasn't sure if that was the best thing to do. However, it worked out very nicely, and he did a very nice job in his long play game, and I took care of the short play game in towards the cap. Now, the first order of business is obviously picking up some of these boosters, and the most important of those is, of course, the reload booster. The Kid, when I'm running mod off at 16.3 with Bear at 16.4 and Sims at 16.3, I've got quite a decent reload. I've got reasonable concealment, and picking up a reload booster is just going to make those guns all that little bit better. Now, the reason that I build this way is because destroyers are meant to be heard and not seen, i.e. torpedoes, guns, smoke, and try to stay undetected. I noticed a lot of people in Arena were not using twist and track or perceptive on their commanders. I don't know what builds people were using. So if you're using something other than a normal build in Arena on your destroyers, please do drop in the comments which boat you were playing and what your build was, because I would really like to know what other people were doing here, because it just seemed incredibly unusual to me that people weren't doing that, because it does give you an advantage. Knowing where the ships are, or roughly where those ships are, is going to give you an advantage in setting yourself up for a fight, and I did it often. We have that Scharnhorst popped out there almost on the 11 o'clock of the minimap, and I don't know whether to call him SCAR or SCAR or SKA. I'll just call him SCAR for the sake of it. But I will message him, tell him so he can tell me what his proper name is. But out there, we've got a poor man's Scharnhorst B. Because although it is black, he is running shadow camo. That is not the Scharnhorst B, and I did actually think to myself, well, I do the same with a lot of my destroyers, in that I run a full shadow camo on them, and there's a reason for that as well, and I'll let you in to a little secret. When ships are getting shot at, the areas of the ships that are damaged turn black or burnt, and if you're running a shadow camo, other ships can't see where that is. Now, if you keep getting shot at in an area that is damage saturated, i.e. it has lost all its available hit points, and they keep shooting at the same spot, you're going to lose very few hit points, if any. RNG might stick a shell somewhere else, but it just means that they can't see it. And it works for battleships too. Trust me, have a look. Put a shadow camo on, go out, play your ship, get shot, save the video, and then have a look at your ship in the video. It's much harder to see the damage. So there's a little TONIK TZW trick and tactic in how to disguise the damage you're taking. That Scharnhorst out there is still my closest target, although it's just flipped to my front. I've got another bow out here. We can see where the other teams were spotted at the 9 o'clock of the minimap. I'm going to run for this consumable booster. I'm on cap, so I'm expecting somebody to come in. Lo and behold, we've got a Benson. And Benson is quite clever with his guns, but we've also got a ship off there to our right side. So we're going to pop smoke. And he's another TONIK TZW tip and trick for you as well. Don't put traces on your friggin' destroyers, you absolute muppets. Because all it does is tell anybody and everybody where you were shooting from. You will see that this guy disappears as I slow down in my smoke, because I've caught that rock on the corner. But look, you can see exactly where his shells are coming from. I've got my gun sight there ready for him. He's still pounding my smoke. Now we're going to deal with him and finish him off. Even that salvo, I'm out of the smoke, I'm spotted, but he'd already kept shooting at the same spot. He's gone. Honestly, don't do it, chaps. Don't do it. I say chaps, I should say chaps and chapesses, because there are girls who play this game. Or girls, women, men, boys. Everybody plays this game. It's all inclusive. But yeah, don't put traces on your destroyers. It may look pretty, but it's like putting lipstick on a cow. All it does is tell people exactly where you are. In that smoke screen, somebody is just going to aim at the origin point for those traces and drop a shed load of shells onto you. Now the rest of the teams are slowly whittling each other away. We're down to the Akatsuki, a Scharnhorst that was literally on a saga cruise around the outside of the map, still being followed round by Scar. But we aren't located. I'm considering pushing out. Well, I do push out here. I push out for this consumable rebooster. I don't know why. I just thought I've pulled the other ship in. We're doing all right here. I'm going to swing back around. Can we get onto that Scharnhorst? No, it looks like he's a million miles away. But there's something else coming closer. It's got to be the Akatsuki. I think he's panicked. He saw the cap turning and he's come running in. And now he's realised that I'm no longer on the cap. But what he doesn't know is where I am, because I'm not located. He's not running twist and track or perceptive, but I know what direction he's coming from. All I've got to be wary of is his torpedoes. So what I'm going to do is draw him in by moving back onto the cap. And this is where things get interesting. Just because all your guns can't see a target does not mean that some of your guns can hit a target. There we go, detected. That was at 6Ks. A Japanese destroyer with 6K concealment is not something that you should be bringing into arena, honest to God. And you certainly shouldn't be trying to run down a gunboat in it. Now you'll see that I've screened half my ship here with this rock. There's a reason for that, because I want to be ready to move if he comes in and tries to torpedo me. And in his twisting and turning, he just keeps taking fire. I shoot at the rock, but my back two turrets go around and they land the killing blow on that guy. And I do allow myself a little pat on the back with, that's how it's done. And I was feeling rather smug and pleased with myself. And sometimes that can be a bad thing, but I was happy with that one. I quite enjoyed it. So we're back to pinging the map. The Scharnhorst is coming in. The poor man's Scharnhorst, or the poor man's Scharnhorst B. I think he realises that he has no choice but to push in on this cap. It is a fast ship, relatively fast, but I don't think he's got the time. But just in case, I'm going to position myself so that I can move if I need to. I'm looking at the minimap to see where Scar is in his Scharnhorst. He's taken a shot. Now I'm going to distract this Scharnhorst from Scar. There we go. And then I'm going to pop my smoke and I'm going to disappear. And you'll see this guy's turrets swing to the right for Scar and then try and swing back to me. I think he's looking at how far he's got on the cap. He's got a fire on him. Scar can see him. I can see him. I'm not necessarily in my smoke screen. I put my torpedoes short of where he's going to be because I think he's going to try and run me down if he's got the time or if he makes the cap. He could blind fire me. It's his only choice, but his guns look back across to the right. He goes on to Scar again, but he isn't going to make it. And that is game for blue team. So a rather quick and dirty one, that. A couple of feisty, fast and dirty gunboat battles between the Benson and the Akatsuki. We played the cap, we played the long game with the Scharnhorst on the outside. Not a huge damage score, only a couple of kills, but hey, it all counts. 3129 base XP. Scar, you did a great job chasing that guy around and keeping him pushed. Sorry to everybody else on the other teams for taking that win from you, but somebody has to emerge victorious. I really do hope you've liked watching this video and the talk through and my little descriptions, and if you have enjoyed it, please do hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're pushing for 700, and if you've enjoyed those, click these and hang around and watch some more. Until next time, have a great day, take care, and goodbye.